Whoa, welcome back. Episode 29.
29.
We just did a harmony.
Did we?
We did.
Ready? Try again.
29. Did I sing that or no? I just
No,
think
you
I spoke.
just-
But you made it sound better. You
sighed
were like
it.
when you do a bold font and you have the layer,
29.
the shadow. I was like the shadow. Anyway, episode 29. This is our very first episode where we're standing up.
Yeah, we're changing it up
We're
because
changing.
we've got a couch here, but it's really low.
It's low and long. So
We
as
always
you,
end up like slouching.
yeah, you look like a little, like not you, but I mean, I was when I was saying you, I meant like
Careful word
speaking
choices here.
hypothetically about anyone who sits on the couch, where it's like, you know, when you sit down on it, you just look like a
Bit of a mushroom.
yeah, a bit of a mushroom. You just like burp. So, and secondly, I always feel tired when I sit down.
Yeah, it was an early start for us this morning. We are
Dawn
recording
service.
this on Anzac Day. We got it for the dawn service, so there's no sitting down because we might fall asleep. We're standing up and getting all that energy.
I actually like standing
through
up.
us.
Do you feel it's better?
Yeah, it's
What do
good.
you guys reckon? Do we
Our
sound more
episodes
excited?
aren't that long, so it's kind of fun to be
Standing.
fit for a short time. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to go to bed.
I don't actually even know if we're in frame with the camera because we can't actually see it, but I assume we would be.
Yeah.
Let's assume we are.
So
And-
dawn service,
I love the dawn service.
you do it every year,
Yeah.
and
Mum's she always encouraged me and we did it at school, so it's just something that
I
I've
think it's
continued to
good.
do because it's for a good, obviously.
I've never been forced to do it. Not
Well, you
forced,
did it
but
with
I've-
me in Toowoomba a few years ago.
No, that was last Anzac Day.
No, it was one where we met Hogan at Highfields.
Yeah, I thought that was last Anzac Day. I think it was.
No, it was a couple of years ago. It was freezing, remember? Anyway, doesn't matter
Anyway.
when. We've done it together.
We've done it together, but yeah, I've never been, what's the word, made to go, and I never really appreciated just the gravity of the sacrifice that our Anzacs made for
too
our
about it.
country. I think for a long time I thought that it was glorifying war, and I kind of yeah, I know. I feel really ashamed to admit that, like before.
Which is lack
I
of
don't know.
understanding,
It
maybe.
is, yeah. It's just ignorance, really. But like as a teenager, I remember, you know, coming to Somerville, my school, and being like, what the hell's going on? I think because I came from PNG, and obviously there's a rich history of the Anzac culture in PNG, so I did know about it.
1915.
But yeah, I was just like, I just didn't get it. And I think now that I'm older and I've learned
Would you
a
say
lot,
wiser? Older and wiser?
of course. And it just like moves you to tears to when you really think about these young kids.
When you
going
think
to
about
war.
what they were going through, like we're up at, they raised a good point because I was wondering this morning because it was rain, like you knew it was going to rain. I was sitting there thinking, I guarantee you half of these people are going to search for shelter. But at the beginning, the gentleman who was running at MC is just like, well, the boys and men that were in war back then, they fought through a lot more shit than a little bit of rain. So
yeah,
tough it out. Essentially, stop being soft.
it was a moving ceremony, and I really liked it because at the minute silence there was a rower going past. Did you see that?
I did see that, yeah.
And he stopped rowing, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it
But
was
then the
cool.
tide, the
Poor
current
bugger.
started to take him away,
Yeah.
so he had to.
No, I
start
think it's
rowing
important.
again.
Like I feel like from a tradition standpoint, there's some tradition we should keep.
I think so too, and I just think
It's
that
part of history, and
I agree, and I think for a long time I was ignorant of it because of my upbringing in PNG and just like not really knowing much about the Australian history.
it's worthwhile
which
learning
is
about.
not good.
I only started really learning about it like 18 months ago because I was
Yeah.
listening to a podcast and they're like, if you don't know much about history or stuff
Yeah,
like that,
you're
you're ignorant. No, because I've always been like, well, it's not going to
And
help me. But it is.
It's dangerous as well because you're bound to.
It
History
always
repeats
repeats itself. Always. There's a great book. I don't want to be boring, but History of the World by Durant. And it, like when you read that or listen to it on audiobook, you realize that we're about to go through the same cycle. Like it's literally repeating itself. And you're like,
I don't like that because I just
well, obviously
sometimes
it's
ignorance
not,
is bliss.
yeah, but it's not guaranteed that we're going to follow the same path.
Yeah.
Obviously, every time we're trying to be better, but it is interesting to see some things that have happened that we're now seeing happening again. So I think it's fun to watch history, and like whether you do it in like a serious manner from reading, you know, not encyclopedias, but you know, history books, etc. Or you can watch YouTubes that are interesting about it, like a bit more interesting. You got a big eye.
I agree. I think it's like also the way that you're taught.
Hello.
I was taught a lot. I mean, coming from PNG, a lot about like the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels and the Kokoda track. I've always known
I really
about
want
that.
to do the Kokoda Trail.
No, I do
will
not.
Be doing it. Yeah,
because
I think that's a
his
and her trip. We'll do that separately.
It's more like safety measures for me. Not. I
Yeah,
know it would be hard, and I would do it because it's hard, but it's not.
Yeah,
that's safe.
Oh well. Anyway, beautiful morning. Lest we forget. And I ran a marathon on Sunday.
You did.
My very first marathon ever.
Proud of you. That was big effort.
It was.
And you didn't do too much training. Like you did a bit of training, but
not much, no. But I like to beat my chest and just think that I am naturally
gifted.
Fit.
Well,
I like to. All my trainings, like so I can do anything. I believe I can do most things.
Yeah, and you obviously can. But anyway,
it was sick. It was a good challenge. It was myself, and Pat, E-Man, and a couple others. I came along for support and did different distances, which was awesome, but one to sort of tick off. I won't be doing another one anytime soon.
Yeah,
I've ticked that one off.
Couldn't walk down the stairs, couldn't walk up the stairs.
No, I had a little taste of what it's probably going to feel like when I'm in my 90s. But, you know, is what it is. You had a pretty cool challenge. We both had challenges this week. Mine was a marathon. What was your challenge this week?
Well, I had a quiet week, and I did mention this on my Instagram page about how difficult I find it to wind down and to not stay busy.
It's fun being busy, though, doesn't it?
Psyche. It is. But now that I've had some time off, I'm chill. But it can feel like anxiety when I have a day after being really busy.
Where do you think that comes from?
I think it's just like a bit of fear because I'm a woman in the music industry, and it's like I just have this thing in my head like time's ticking and I've got to be successful and make sure I get it all done before I have any kids or whatever, before I get too old, quote unquote. Yeah, it's fine for men in the industry. It's not so fine for women, unfortunately.
I was saying we, as in like us.
Oh, yeah. But I think because of
that, I agree.
Like it feeds into my head, and I'm like, oh my God, maybe like I'm past the hump and it's all over, you know? Like even though I know that I've got a show booked in May. But
yeah, we're going to Perth. That'll be fun.
We are. I'm really excited to take you to Perth. I'm playing the muster for anyone who's listening from Perth.
Or Kalgoorlie,
it's in Claremont. Yeah, come on down.
Or Claremont, wherever that is.
That's in Perth.
It's in Perth. So
I've got a lot of family in Perth and Kalgoorlie, so they're all coming down to watch. And Lachie's coming over, which is one of your first times to Perth, because you went.
I went.
Doesn't count.
15 years ago. Literally, I flew over there for an Australia Day party, got drunk, and flew back the next morning. It was very rock star. That's what a rock star. That's what rock stars do. Rock stars zip in, party hard, and zip out.
Yeah, but
you play a show. Obviously, I was not playing a show.
You're not a rock star. You weren't a rock star.
No, but it was rock star-esque.
Yeah.
You know what
I
mean?
An Australia Day party.
Party. Flying to the other side of the country for a party.
Yeah. Back in the day, Australia Day.
Especially when I was like, I don't even know how old I was young as.
Anyway, doesn't count. We are going back to Perth and we're going to hit up Cottesloe after the show. We're going to... What else do you want to do?
I want to get a heap.
You're going to meet my nana?
I am.
She's in Perth.
I've never met her before.
No.
10 years together and never met her.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Some of the other family members that you haven't met. And...
You've got a big bloody family.
I know.
When I was thinking about it the other day, I was like, there must be like 400 shepherds.
No, they're not shepherds because it's on my mum's side.
Oh, so it's pugils.
Yeah.
There's like 400 pugils.
I know. Well, my grandma Bubba, some of you may have seen her also on my Instagram, or at a show. She's front and centre when she can be. Literally, she's 85. And if she's at a show, she will be not backstage. She's front and centre in the mosh, even if it's like a full mosh.
Yeah, it's wild.
Anyway, she had 7 kids. She's got a really interesting story where she... what are you laughing at?
I just thought of that meme I sent the boys earlier. I'll show you after. You know,
Are you listening?
I'm listening. Yeah, 100%.
So she came over at 17 to Australia on a ship.
Yep.
And she couldn't speak English. She was from, at the time, it was Yugoslavia, and there was the war going on. So her parents were like, there's an opportunity, lots of opportunities going in Kalgoorlie, and there's mining, and there's all sorts
It's
of...
so wild, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how...
Of all places, like not even a capital city.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, it's because she had some like distant relatives in Kalgoorlie who wrote to them and said she can come here if times get tough. So that's what happened. She basically never saw her family again. Her dad passed away before she made it back.
That's sad.
I know, it's wild. She's had a really tough life, but she made it back in the 80s and her mum was completely blind and basically bedridden.
So even that was 40 years ago.
Wow. Anyway, she ended up having
7 kids.
7 kids, but 2 sets of twins.
That is wild.
Which is a tough life. You know, she would work multiple jobs, and then her husband, my granddad, died from lung cancer. He was a miner. Died from lung cancer when he was 50 and left her with 7 kids. So you can't even imagine. Not a lot of money, broken English,
that would have been
tough life. But those 7 kids had other kids, and now there's a lot of us.
They're everywhere.
And you can see why she's very proud
Yes.
of us.
Yes.
So that's Bubba's story.
There you go. Thank you for sharing Bubba's story. What was your challenge for the week?
Sorry. We
went on like we just hit a right turn.
So because I was going a bit mad, Lachie set me a challenge to write 5 song ideas in 5 days.
Yes.
Which I gladly accepted because I was going mad doing nothing.
And I've got the guitar here, so Amy might play a little snippet.
I should be writing song ideas.
Should you play a little snippet? Yeah, I reckon we should.
But creativity is such a funny thing. Like,
it
comes and goes, and it's like some days, even on some of the days that I was trying to write, I don't like the ideas at all.
That's all right, but you still do it. It's flexing the muscle. There's some days where you want to go into the gym, and some days you're like, oh, I feel real good, and there's other days you just do it because you know it's benefiting you. That's what I believe. Here, play us one of. Can you remember any of them?
Which one?
I personally, every time I hear
my ideas.
They won't steal them. If you do, we're coming for you. But I personally get really excited when Amy makes an idea.
Which one?
I can't remember the names of them. Do Dirt Paradise.
Oh.
Or whichever you want to do. You can. I did get out of tune. I retuned it, so.
Okay, well.
It mightn't be in key. Yeah, I'm going to put my headphones down there.
So take me back. Hang on, this mic is way too close. So take me back to where the air is clean. A little space, a little time. I've already forgotten it. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, you get the gist. There you go.
That's all we're going to give them?
Oh, we'll give them a bit more. But so I'll put my headphone back down.
A little space, another time to read. Another dun in an old church on the red dirt and the smell of gasoline. I'm just looking for that simple life. Hey, living on a dirt paradise, saying oh, oh, living on a dirt paradise, saying oh, oh, oh. I couldn't quite remember it, but
I think but this is the cool thing. I want you to show more people.
I'm going to finish that song. I'm going to release it
because what's cool is for those who aren't musicians like myself, when you see someone create something, it's quite an interesting process because I was playing guitar before and I was like, maybe if I start humming, shit will come to me, and it didn't.
Really?
No, God no. So I just looked like an idiot.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
picking the guitar, humming.
For me, it's like, oh, this is not even special.
But then when you were
because
doing,
it's like, I'm so used to it.
Anyway, and then when you watch where you start humming, and then you'll like throw a random word in there. You're like, whoa, and then you'll throw like 2 more random words, and then hum a bit. It's like interesting watching it evolve. So I think that's cool. It's a creative process. Anyway.
It is cool when you finally hear a song finished and recorded and you're playing it live and people are singing it back to you and then you remember
what it was like.
Starting it and you're like,
That's why I'm
How the
always like,
hell
can we
did that
film this?
Yeah.
Because people will go, that's how it,
Yeah,
not
it's
Rome
pretty
wasn't built in
wild.
a day.
No.
But anyway, you have completed the task. How do you think it went? Were you happy with the week?
Yeah, I was pretty happy. I had a couple of days off. So
She did.
I did
and was
3.
very unhappy
But
about
I made
that.
it up. I did 3 ideas in 3 days.
No, you did 4 days.
Yeah,
Anyway.
4 days, and then I had a day off.
So close.
But
So
I came up with another idea today.
no, you did. Well done. But
So-
it's Tuesday. So because she didn't complete it, well, she did, and I still think
I
it's
made
awesome.
up for it.
You did make up for it, but I think we should start again. Go 5 more until we get the 5 in a row.
Well, I'm actually going to Sydney this week.
There's
which
nothing
is
wrong with
really
pitting up.
exciting.
Yes,
We're
perfect.
going to be on Today Extra. So
Is that TV or is that radio?
that's on Thursday morning. I don't know when this comes out.
Is it radio? Well, this is going out like straight
today.
after this.
Yeah. Thursday morning on TV. So that will be with Richard Wilkins and I think or David Campbell as well. Anyway, those are the guys that broke us. So really excited to talk to them
Perfect.
always.
That's so good.
Yeah, and then we're going to the APRA Awards, which is the Songwriting Awards.
How do you feel about the awards stuff? And be honest.
I love the APRA Awards. They're probably my favourite awards to attend because they're songwriting awards. And I just love going and meeting and networking, you know?
Cool.
But in terms of like winning awards, I don't know, like it's always nice to be
Nominated?
recognised, nominated.
Everyone loves recognition. I love recognition.
Yeah, but also on the other side of things, it's like you can see there's a lot more to it than just like...
There's always...
It's not a lot to do with like sales and actually being
No.
the best. It's kind of sometimes. Some categories, yes.
But yeah,
But
there's
sometimes
always...
you're like, things
With-
that make you go,
What I think about is like if there's politics and manipulation happening in people's friend circles, you're going to be certain that it's happening everywhere.
That's in every industry, right?
Every industry. Yeah, 100%. But
Anyway,
enough
that's not
on
why
that.
we do it. We
Do it for the hits. Do it for the fans.
yeah,
Well,
literally.
you guys have some exciting stuff coming up, which hopefully over the next few weeks we'll be sharing. Yeah?
Yes.
Anyway, you're going to do
okay.
your
Read
Reddit.
on Reddit section. Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. So, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm Reddit ready.
The title is
Keep going.
Boyfriend and I broke up and he wants all his gifts back.
Oh.
My ex-boyfriend and I were together for over a year, but it was an abusive relationship where he did many harmful things, including cheating and being verbally, physically, and sexually abusive. Anyway, she goes on to explain all this stuff about the relationships. But so throughout our relationship, we have gotten each other things and spent money on each other. Him maybe more so than me.
How long
Now-
were they together for? A year?
Yeah.
That
Now, with
moves
us
pretty quick.
ending, he wants all the stuff he has given me back, electronics, clothes, and stuff like that. I will 100% give him the ring he proposed with me with.
So they got engaged in 12 months. No judgment.
Yeah, they
But
did.
from our relationship perspective, that's
you
fast.
dragging your feet.
Yeah, I was like 9 years, 8 years.
But with everything else. So she's not sure about if she's going to give everything else back.
What would you do?
I would say go fuck yourself.
And not give it back?
No, it's a gift.
It's a gift. Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, it's like when someone gives you inheritance and then the government's like, we're going to tax that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Not nice, naughty
It's
people.
already been taxed. It's income. So, and
I
I'm
have a-
getting it as a gift,
yeah.
not income. Like
I have a different perspective.
ring, maybe the ring. They're only
If-
together for a year.
Here's what I would do. If she's having to write a Reddit post and he's been such an abusive person in so many multiple magnitudes of ways, I would just give this stuff back to have him out of your
Oh yeah,
life.
to get peace.
Because
of
you're
mind.
keeping that mental space taken up, and you're also going to have him like as soon as you give that back,
Cut
there's
all
no
ties.
reason for him to contact you, and you can move on with your life.
It's very wise, Lachie.
That's what I
But
would do.
I'm more emotional.
like if we were
And
to
I would say go
divorce.
fuck yourself.
I
I'm
wouldn't
selling
even-
it
yeah.
all and using the money to. I'll give him the ring, using the money to buy myself a new ring. that I can wear on my other hand.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't even. I'd take our ring back.
Yeah, well, good luck. I would probably give it back because what are you going to do with it? Like,
no, yeah, I agree. I literally thought if we ever broke up, I would buy a new fucking ring. I would. I just wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to deal with. I just buy it, whatever.
Yeah.
I
think we're both like that though.
It's not worth it. I've just seen too many of my clients deal with like, lawsuits, and I've seen the mental stress and my dad and stuff. So I'm like, it's not worth it. Like for me, I would rather just go.
I know you say that now, but
I know. I believe, and I also believe
nobody goes into marriage thinking that if we break up, I'm taking everything.
No.
But things
I know, but people feel like
get twisted. People get bitter.
Exactly, they're owed things. I don't feel like I'm owed anything from you.
Good.
At all. It's like I will do what I need to do.
Yeah, and same.
And fingers crossed, I maintain that.
I think we each have our own things.
Lives, yeah.
Not our own lives.
I just think it's fucking low. If you're a bloke,
yeah.
In my opinion, it's like, and then you're the mother of your kids, fucking.
It's just stuff.
Yeah, it's just stuff. You can always get more stuff.
What about a house if you both...
Like, 50-50. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars, I get that, or millions.
I reckon 50-50.
But it's like, if you are that stressed about it, you have the mindset that you don't feel like you're ever going to earn that much money again.
Well, what if you bought the house and no kids involved?
Oh, no kids, yeah.
I was just a stay-at-home wife.
You could get fucked.
Yeah, see? Things get complicated in different situations.
Yeah. It's a good perspective.
Anyway.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
But I think you're very wise. I think
I would like to
get rid of the stuff than just like...
Yeah, if look, a lot of things...
Leave it to the breeze.
I'm a simple dude, and I love saying that because I believe
it's just stuff.
Yeah, you can always get new stuff. The more shit you have, the more you stress about. Yes, but that was a great Reddit. Anyway, pet peeves. Here we go. Make sure the volume's up. Ready? Boom. Pet peeves. All right, we're on.
All right, you go first.
My pet peeve. Look, I know we circle around on this one a lot, but I feel like repetition is the key to success, and the successful outcome I would love is for you to stop sitting on your phone.
I thought you were going to say my fat ass, and I was going to punch you in the face.
No, I love your fat ass. I mean, so I feel like when you're in bed at the moment, the last week I think because maybe you've been bored.
Yeah, I'm out of sync.
But you're just like on your phone. You're restless as all hell. So I'm trying to sleep. I've got an eye mask on. I'm even rolling literally the other way.
This has already been your pet peeve once before.
No, but this is how much I really just wanted to change. And you're like, for those who are watching on YouTube, you'll see the actions that I'm making. But for those who are on Spotify, just picture like a crocodile rolling.
It'll be on Patreon.
It's like, on Patreon. So that's where you get your live videos. But you know what I mean? Like you're just like, and I'm like, can you sit still, please? You're like,
well, last night I actually wasn't on my phone.
Yeah, thank goodness.
We had to get up for the dawn service, so
maybe you need to get up earlier, more regularly, please.
I could not go to sleep last night. I was just like, because I've been going to bed late because I don't have anything the next day.
But if you don't have things, you've got to create things for yourself to maintain routine. Here, do you want more wisdom? Amy said to me last week when I was like, can you please do 5 songs? I was encouraging that. She's like, you're not my coach. And I was like,
I don't mind you like setting me a challenge, but when you come in and you're like, have you done it? What are you doing? Let me see it. Show me. It's like, Jesus, you're not my coach.
It's called accountability.
Yeah, well,
I just want to see you thrive.
No, I know, but the way you say it and the way you come in and boss me around is like really off-putting. So that's my pet peeve for the week.
Oh, there we go. Can you explain that a little bit more so I can understand
not my coach.
Well, I think there's a fine line, right?
There is a fine line. I love a challenge, and I love you encouraging me to do the challenge. But
you just don't like being held accountable to it.
Yeah, and I don't need you coming. It's not that.
It's like training as well.
Yeah, but you treat me like I'm one of your clients.
You like me. You like me giving you the fitness programming, etc. And then when I follow you up on it, you're like, don't leave me alone.
Yeah, because I'm still in the process of writing and being creative.
If you want me to do these things for you, I would like to.
Like, everyone, I set Amy a challenge. Everyone.
I
said
didn't
Amy and Chandler.
I didn't tell
You
anyone.
did.
This is the first time I've told anyone. I've let you tell people about your 5 songs in 5 days. But thank you for letting
Anyway,
everyone
be
know.
mindful of your
Anyway, we just had an on-air
your
fight.
body
Let's move
language,
forward from this.
your tone, and that's your challenge.
I'm working on it. All right. Well, that's enough from us. I think how much time are we on Movie League? 25.
minutes.
And I love the
Pretty
standing
good
up one.
time.
It's so much better.
We didn't talk about George and Kathleen's wedding.
Nah, we'll talk about that later.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it was a beautiful wedding. There you go. Summarise. You've seen it all on social media.
Anyway, guys, don't forget.
Oh, actually, we were going to talk about the challenge of this podcast.
That's
getting-
next. We'll do it next.
Okay.
So, thank you for listening.
Remember, you can finish my sentences.
give us
Like,
5
share,
stars.
subscribe. A few of you did leave reviews last week,
Oh,
so we really
cool.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep them coming.
And
Keep them coming.
Patreon is actually on mine, so Amy Shepherd Pie.
Yeah.
Be sure to join.
Do you want to give me
there.
access to it or no?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, well, invite me in.
I also post a daily affirmation. You get
Beautiful.
added. I add you on Instagram. I follow you back and add you to my close friends, so you get to see my
The
behind.
inside scoop.
Yeah, so when I'm doing something cool, I like, or even cool, even when I'm trying to pick what outfit to wear or whatever it is. I try
just
and.
yawn then, sorry. I'm
no.
kidding.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.
I'm
That
trying to
was
give them the
really
full
horrible.
package of the Patreon.
Oh, so keep going.
Yeah, so we decided rather than having 2 Patreons, we'll just put it in mine.
Yeah,
So
easier.
that's at Amy Shepherd Pie.
That's me giving you more money.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you, or you will hear from us next week.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.